I'm going to give you a few words from Ryan Gravenberch, agent, who absolutely needs the STFU, as Campbell Deep said. So Ryan Gravenberch's long-term agent, Jose Fortes Rodriguez, speaking to Marca, said this: "When Ryan was 16, Barcelona called us. They wanted to sign him, but his father and I prioritised his development. So far, so good. No issues with any of that." He goes on to say, "He's good enough for Real Madrid. We would love him to play for them, but Liverpool would ask for a lot of money. I know they've had their eye on him, but now it's impossible." These people need to start showing Liverpool some goddamn respect. Because Liverpool Football Club is not a stepping stone for anybody. And whatever about South American players having that dream to go to play to La Liga maybe at a Real Madrid or a Barcelona, Ryan Gravenberch has been rescued from a club where he wasn't getting game time, where his career was stagnating, brought in and backed by Arne Slot after Jurgen brought him in. And this type of nonsense from his agent, I find it really disrespectful. And I mean that sincerely. If I'm Ryan Gravenberch, I'm telling my agent to shut up. Because that's not going to endear you to a fan base that has only ever been behind Gravenberch since he's come in. That's silliness and nonsense. And it's basically a beggy letter to come to Real Madrid. It's absolute nonsense. I'm sick of it. These guys need to understand that Liverpool Football Club is a destination club and not a stepping stone for anybody. So if Ryan Gravenberch's agent wants him to go to Madrid, well, get Madrid to pony up 150 million for him and maybe Liverpool would listen. But until then, show some respect to the club that he's playing for, that is paying his wages, and a fan base that has shown him nothing but respect. It's silliness. And again, with McAllister's dad previously speaking about his son going and playing in La Liga, Luis Diaz's dad. I mean, I don't know if I speak for everybody, but it's becoming a little bit pathetic at this point. Do you know what I mean? Like, with all due respect, they're not playing for a Palace or a Fulham. You're at a club who's about to win the league. You're at a club who has won the Champions League in recent history on a few occasions. And we're talking about dying to go to play in La Liga for Real Madrid, where you will be booed, where you will be having white handkerchiefs waved at you, and where you will be held to the absolute highest of standards and thrown under a bus. He wouldn't have been getting away with some of his lethargic end of season performances that we've seen in Real Madrid that have been out for blood. And I look, it really annoys me, these situations. Jay Mew said, too many weasel agents / parents also tampering. Ryan's agent just wants to expedite new contract negotiations for a bump in his wage. Well, that's not the way to go about it for me. You know, whatever about saying the club are interested in Ryan, that's a different conversation. What you do in these situations, if you want Liverpool to come to the table to negotiate a deal, is say you put out the stories that clubs in the league are interested, and then you come out with, but Ryan's happy and settled at Liverpool, and saying that Liverpool is his priority. So that way of doing it, if I'm Edwards or Hughes, I'm on the blower to him going, what was this exactly? What was this about? Gravenberch and Real Madrid? Because Real Madrid wouldn't pay the money it would take to get Gravenberch. And if Real Madrid really wanted him, and he was that much of a proven midfielder for them, well, why didn't they buy him when he was at Bayern Munich not getting a game? They could have got him for a snip, but they didn't because they'd no faith in him. And the agent needs to learn that. If I was Gravenberch, I'd sack his agent in Green Street. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. And to do it in Spain, speaking to Marca as well, such a snidey way, like, it's just not good enough. We deserve better than that. He deserves to be represented better than that. And look, it's difficult because it's obviously not the player that said it. You know, Ryan didn't come out and say this, so I'm not having a go at him. But I just fed up with them all, trying to feel like they're always looking. This is why I hate agents. They're leeches. Always looking to just get another big money move for a client. So yeah, he can do one. Muckrab said, it's the player's career. The agent's job isn't to spout other teams instead of praising the club. Do your job. Exactly. Do your job. And he's at a club where he's loved by the fans. He's playing all the time with a manager that absolutely trusts him.